Grab your popcorn, folks. Today, we're going to watch some of the media reactions and coverage of the massive Tesla-Samsung AI chip deal. Haven't watched these yet, but what we'll be looking for includes any understanding of the meaningful implications, not just, cool, there's a deal, obviously this is good and they're doing business together, but the fact, for example, that Tesla obviously had enormous leverage in this negotiation, hence Samsung agreeing to build a chip fabrication plant in Tesla's backyard in Texas. That'd be an extremely important observation you'd hope to see here. Will they at all discuss the significance of Elon Musk confirming on X, as this news was breaking, that he personally will be assisting Samsung in the factory, walking production lines to help them scale quickly and improve their processes? I mean, this is an enormously big deal. It's a win-win situation because Tesla needs these as fast as possible. But imagine being Samsung and Elon Musk is willing to volunteer his time to help you improve your processes. Huge win. Very important. Another thing they hopefully will bring up is the importance of these chips, not just for Tesla vehicles and especially dedicated robotaxis, but also humanoid robots. Maybe they'll even mention the fact that Elon on X confirmed that their deal ultimately is likely to be significantly more than a mere $16.5 billion. Let's see if they can at least tick one or two of these points. I'll also throw in a bonus to look out for if they recognize that this is obviously an enormous vote of confidence from Samsung in Tesla's ability to execute on their fleet of robotaxis and humanoid robots at massive scale.
Tesla signing a major deal with Samsung to manufacture AI chips for Tesla cars. Christina Partsinevelos has got the details in today's Tech Check. Hey, Christina.
Hi, Melissa. Well, this is Samsung's biggest foundry win yet. $16.5 billion, you talked about it, equivalent to roughly 8% of its 2024 sales or total revenues, and runs over the next 8 years. With Elon Musk even suggesting the total amount is, quote, likely to be several times higher.
Okay, there we go. They get a point. They mentioned the fact that Musk thinks ultimately the deal will be much larger than this initial $16.5 billion number. So far, so good.
Samsung will manufacture Tesla chips. They're called AI6, and it's going to happen in their new fab in Taylor, Texas, which should be up and running in 2026, which was originally the plan, but I'm seeing some reports saying these won't be ready until 2029. The chips will be used to power Tesla's self-driving technology, possibly humanoid robots, and then even possibly data centers. But this push is really part of Elon Musk's plan to restructure Tesla away from just selling electric vehicles and into selling AI and robot-based services like self-driving cars. On X, Musk wrote, quote, the strategic importance of this is hard to overstate. He added that the facility is close to his house and that he'll be, quote, walking the line personally to accelerate progress. For Samsung, though, this could be a comeback moment. Its chip business has lagged behind TSMC, Taiwan Semiconductor, which still makes Tesla's current AI5 chip. The Tesla win could finally breathe some life into Samsung's 2-nanometer ambitions. That's pretty much cutting-edge chips which are faster and more power-efficient, designed to power the AI revolution. But it also raises the question, why didn't Tesla choose Intel as an alternative to TSMC, especially if it's built here on American soil and it's an American company? That said, there's still so much we don't know about this deal. Production won't start for a while. There's no clear timeline, and Samsung may have offered steep discounts to secure the deal. And I say that because TSMC made the chips before, now it's Samsung, so it's a lot of back and forth.
So I'll give them another half point or so for this. It is likely that Samsung provided a very generous offer here. Big win for Tesla. For those who don't know, TSMC production capacity is pretty much maxed out already. Samsung, not the case. So Tesla clearly having an upper hand in this negotiation. By the way, after I posted my video on this yesterday, Elon Musk responded rather cryptically with K. Maru. Approximately everyone on the planet asking what the actual fuck does this mean? Grok coming to the rescue. K10 posting this. It was a reference from Musk to Kobayashi Maru. Here's what Grok had to say. The Kobayashi Maru is a fictional training exercise in the Star Trek universe, specifically a simulation scenario used at Starfleet Academy to evaluate cadets' command abilities and character in the face of a no-win situation. It involves a distress call from a civilian freighter named the Kobayashi Maru, which is stranded in the Klingon neutral zone or a similar hostile area, depending on the iteration. Now stick with me. Attempting a rescue violates treaty terms and leads to an overwhelming enemy attack, resulting in the simulated destruction of the cadet's ship and crew. The test is designed to be unwinnable by conventional means, assessing how cadets handle failure, fear, and impossible choices rather than success. And here's the kicker. Notably, James T. Kirk famously cheated on the test by reprogramming the simulation to allow a victory. In short, Tesla Samsung inked this massive deal. Elon Musk replies cryptically, K-Maru, next minute. He's referencing the fact that in an unwinnable situation, in a fictional television series, the guy is referencing just, oh, well, fuck it. If it's unwinnable, I'll just reprogram the simulation to allow victory. I mean, this is an absolutely amazing reference. I had no idea what the fuck this was. And this really does make me think more about Elon Musk saying that he's going to be on the lines himself, helping to ramp this thing up, resolve issues and so on. I mean, holy fuck, dude. I suspect Musk is thinking about astronomical scale on robotaxis and humanoid robots and thought, well, if we can't somewhat take control of our future, control our own destiny here, we're in big trouble. That's going to be a massive bottleneck. So fuck it. Let's change the rules. I'm not sure you'll hear any of that discussed in the media coverage you're watching today, but you never know.
Still, this is a major strategic win and possibly a loss for both TSMC and Intel. Melissa.
Christine, and I'm glad you went back to Intel because last week when they reported earnings, it was clear when Lip-Bu Tan said we're going to draw a line in the sand, there are no more blank checks. It really sounded like they were really backing away from that foundry business. And this seems to say, you know what, we're going to cede the entire, all of this growth to another player.
All right, well, it sounds like perhaps that's the end of the Tesla-related discussion. I just wanted to say, by the way, watching Intel fumble the football, truly something for the ages. I mean, Intel could have been NVIDIA had they not catastrophically fucked up for the last decade and a half. Now let's see what Doomberg have to say on this deal.
This is a vote of confidence in Samsung's chip manufacturing when it had been losing market share, Peter.
Okay, so I mean, I guess that's fair. It's kind of a strange. I thought I was about to give credit, right? Like, oh, look, it's a vote of confidence in Tesla's ability to massively scale, but instead they're seeing it the other way around. Shame.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Samsung, of course, makes a whole bunch of things, including smartphones. They've really made most of their profits, though, recently out of their semiconductor business. They're the leading maker of most memory chips out there. But they've been trying to build this foundry business so that they could compete with TSMC, compete for some of that high margin business from the likes of NVIDIA and Apple. And now what they've got is really a marquee customer in Tesla, where they can point to them and say, hey, Tesla is trusting us with the ability to make their high-end chips, these AI6 chips, as Ed was mentioning earlier, which is very important for their self-driving technology, which they hope to really bring on in force next year and the year after. So for Samsung, this is a big step forward. It is a decent amount of money, as we were talking about. It could increase their growth in the foundry business by about 10%. But probably more importantly than that is the strategic importance of being able to say they have this big marquee customer for the foundry business.
Bloomberg broke the story that it was Tesla that was this, at that time, unnamed marquee customer. And it was interesting because Elon Musk actually gave us a lot of detail on social, $16.5 billion over multiple years. But Musk seems to be indicating it's bigger than that. And also, Peter, he talked about why it's important that it's in Texas. He seems to be suggesting that his proximity to the fab means that Tesla can be involved in the engineering and the ramp, but that he himself can wander the lines himself.
So good to hear a lot of this detail being mentioned. The question is, will they elaborate on the implications? Because this truly is an enormously big deal. I mean, honestly, if I was Samsung and Musk was willing to personally help here, I would have essentially done anything Tesla said, given any concession in the negotiation whatsoever. Think about this differently. No company could pay Elon Musk to come in and help them produce products more efficiently, more profitably, scale faster. No, it doesn't matter what you dangle in front of the guy. He just wouldn't do it. He doesn't have the time. This is one of the biggest all-time wins for a company in a joint venture partnership you can imagine.
Right, yeah. How many businesses can Elon Musk get involved in? Now apparently he's going to do semiconductors too. Yeah, it's quite interesting that he has said, he says that this deal allows him to be able to be personally involved, intimately involved, to be able to walk the lines and help with production. I don't know how much he knows exactly about semiconductor manufacturing, but you can imagine that having such an important customer there on premises is going to put some pressure on them to be able to build out quite quickly. Now, it's important to kind of step back here. Of course, the U.S. has been trying to rebuild their semiconductor industry for a number of years. We saw the Biden administration come out with the CHIPS Act that offered $39 billion in incentives. Samsung is one of the big beneficiaries here. And one of the reasons that they're expanding their capacity in Texas is specifically so that they can supply U.S. customers. They're going to skirt their way around the Trump tariffs if they're able to produce within the country. And Elon Musk will be able to go there to Texas to be able to try out some of these things and then use them in the self-driving technology. So it is a step forward support for that CHIPS Act and that effort to kind of rebuild the domestic industry. TSMC and Intel are both also beneficiaries of that effort.
It is interesting, though, isn't it, that it is overseas manufacturers building in the US that are able to make big tech win in terms of the chip supply chain. What surprised me was also how integral, of course, Samsung is once again to the Kospi. I think the Kospi, the South Korean index, is one of the best performers globally this year. SK Hynix has a lot to thank for it as well, though.
Right, yes. SK Hynix has jumped out ahead in the memory chips that are most used for AI, these HBM memory chips. They've actually gotten quite a bit of ahead of Samsung on that front, which is a bit of a blow to Samsung. But Samsung is making some progress, kind of climbing its way back, trying to get authorization to be able to sell those HBM chips to NVIDIA, which is the most important partner at this point. But your broader point, yes, it's really TSMC has been leading the way in advanced chip manufacturing. It gets that high margin business from NVIDIA and Apple right now and many other customers. There were many.
And more context, in case you missed it yesterday, TSMC also will be making the AI Generation 5 chips. So currently in production, latest version is Gen 4. Samsung makes that. Tesla's just finished design apparently on Gen 5, which will be produced by TSMC. This deal with Samsung and Tesla is for Gen 6. That's how many steps ahead Tesla's thinking, planning, and acting. So wrapping up today, this is clearly no contest Elon Musk's most cryptic boast of all time, and thank fuck for Grok, I would have had no idea what he was on about. The implications here, though, are absolutely ridiculous. In a no-win situation, don't like the rules? No problem, just reprogram the fucking simulation, bro. What a mad lad. Want more content? Early access? Bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 is awesome. I've been taking it daily now for more than 3 years. It's a great way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's packed full of vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients, plus has prebiotics, probiotics, and adaptogens to improve gut health, regularity, and help your body handle stress. I'm always looking for an edge to help me feel and perform my best, which is why I haven't missed a day of AG1 for more than 3 years. Just try it and see how you feel. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs.